Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris the High Guy Jacobs, and today we're taking a look at another new maintenance update coming at us as of December 9th at 11:16 a.m. It says, "Greetings, Commander. Doomsday Last Survivors will be undergoing maintenance to implement the latest game update. There may be slight changes to the server reopening time depending on our progress. You can check the notice board for latest server status. The game version will be updated after the maintenance. Please update your game to enjoy the latest game features." Maintenance duration is going to be happening tomorrow at midnight tonight, or 6 o'clock UTC, till about 6:35. There's a small reward, 150 gems and 1 hour of speed-ups, which is absolutely piss poor, but nothing. But let's talk about the updates. First and foremost, a new Honor Emblem event from December 16th, and a Warm Winter themed event from December 17th, both of which will be coming in the new events, or in the new updates here in the next week or so. Now we got some hero balancing, some good requested hero balancing from what I've been able to read so far. First one we're touching is Bodalla. His buffed rage skill, gaining enlightenment. When a shield vanishes, deals at least 15% of the max shield value as damage. So that is going to be changing from, if you look at what he's got currently, where is my Bodalla? He should be right there. Where you look at currently, where when Bodalla's shield vanishes, deals the remaining 50% shield value as damage by up to 2 enemies. This basically is going to be a buff for him, so if his shield is entirely gone, there is no skill damage that he's getting here. If you look at the way that it is now written and worded, it will basically mean that he will always be doing at least a minimum of 15% of the max shield value as damage. So that's a pretty good change. It's going to be making him much more valuable in the field. Next, we've got a buffed passive skill 6 Faculties Purification. It's now also going to increase infantry squad travel speed by up to 20%. So again, if we look at Bodalla and we look at this one, 6 Faculties Purification, when not garrisoned, increase infantry squad defense by 32% and HP by 11%. So when he's fighting in the field, he has squad defense, HP, and now active travel speed, which is going to make him far more influential in the field. Let me take a quick look at something here. I want to see, we're talking about increased travel speed by 25% there, and an increased travel speed by 30%. So he won't be as fast as the others. You won't see Miyamoto and Adut dethroned out of one of their fastest infantry line positions, but you could see Bodalla faring very well with someone like Bianca, who obviously also deals with a little bit of everything. She looks at the attack and defense process, obviously the boosting aspect, increasing this. Where's the movement speed and travel speed by 20%. So you can see her and Bianca going up together and having a nice 40% travel speed on your another infantry line for some more boosts and things like that. So there's definitely some playability inside of that update for our friend Bodalla. Next, we've got Stella seeing a buff now. Her buffed rage skill, it's showtime. After transcending it, will gain 1 stack of war if rallying. So this is a new reword. If we look, for example, at what Stella says, again, she should be near the top for me. Where is Stella? Oh, I guess I haven't put much into her yet. There she is, down at the bottom. I've still got some frags from her when I placed up in the top commander, which we'll use in the next top commander. But showtime, I think it was actually... now I gotta go back and read. Durr. Okay, buffed rage skill. It's showtime. So after transcending, gains 1 stack of war will if rallying. So that's going to be a nice bonus to this, where she's talking about adding more of her war stack. So now, if rallying counter damage increases by up to 29%, and then obviously also increasing that last stat, adding the war will stack to her skills. Now you're going to ask, well, what's the benefit of the war stacks? Well, this right here, this final performance, when you have 10 of war stacks, it clears the war stacks and deals a decent amount of damage, 11,200. So you can start to see how having 2 damage stats on her make her very, very viable. And then obviously they've got one more buff to her to give her a little bit more, and that's buff the awakening skill Encore. So now if rallying, the chance of gaining 2 stacks of War Will increases to 40% and increases to 100% after transcending. So let's see what that actually writes when we talk about Encore. Increases rally scan when War Will stacks are cleared, has a 20% chance to immediately gain 2 War stacks again. And now it's also going to have this maintenance one here as well. So if rallying, the chance of gaining 2 stacks of War Will increases to 40% instead of the 20%, and then increases to 100% after you've transcended her skills. Okay, so Bodalla's getting a buff, Stella's getting a buff, and then we've got Adut, who's also getting a buff here. Her passive skill, Steer Clear, is now going to grant immunity to Chasey's Charm. So if we look here wholeheartedly, let's take a quick look at Adut, and again, her passive Steer Clear is now going to increase the travel speed, and then obviously provide that nullifying ability to Chasey's skill. Now you're going to ask me, what is Chasey's skill? That's her charm effect right here, where you have a basic attacks have a 30% chance to inflict charm on the enemy, which is a reduction of damage dealt by 5% for 3 seconds. So basically it's going to make them hit less strong with Chasey. Well, now Adut is immune to that, which in my opinion is going to make her far more mobile, far more accessible, and a little bit nicer in regards to things like rallies and things like that. So you could see Adut and Eddie, or Stella and Adut. I mean, there's going to be options for rallying out of the infantry side of things. Next, we've got optimized usage steps and performance for the random relocator. This is great, taking into consideration that as it stands currently, the random relocator function is poo-poo buckets. It's not very good. Next, we've got optimized auto gatherers for ace survivors to prioritize resource nodes near the shelter. I guess previously they had been going too farther away. We've also got a super monthly pass UI display is being optimized. The battle report system is being optimized. And then we've got other bug fixes and other optimizations that we'll just have to stumble across as we get them or see them. Now, in my opinion, as this maintenance update comes into place, it's basically just about fixing infantry heroes. They've kind of looked at infantry, again, is still not hitting strong enough, so they've done what they can to kind of boost those up. Bodalla, Stella, and Adut all getting buffs there, and then overall optimizations. And as an infantry main, I'm excited. I mean, at the end of the day, anything that's going to make me hit harder and make me do better is a progress and a bonus in my book. So I obviously suggest, if you're an infantry main, to go ahead and look at these maintenance updates and prepare for some amazingness. But that being said, guys, that is it for everything for me today. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe button, comment down below, and share this video with your friends. Don't forget to fill out the notification bell so you get any new updates when we drop new videos. We've got a Tuesday recording of Pompeii happening every single week, and a Wednesday recording of Who TF Are You, which is an interview with the actual player base to see what the players themselves think about the game. So if you'd like to be a part of that, go ahead and reach out to me. I'm always looking for new guests for my segment. And in reality, there's no might requirements. This is a conversation I want to have with anybody and everybody from all walks of life. So feel free to reach out to me if you'd like to be featured on Who TF Are You. And other than that, thanks very much for tuning in. I love y'all. Love, peace, chicken grease. And until next time, stay lifted.